Lately, I've been applying to a ton of software engineering jobs without much success, and honestly, it sucks. The market right now heavily favors companies over developers, and it's tough for us to stand out when so many people are applying for every open roles. So recently, with the lack of positive response from my applications, I've been wondering, what if I actually took the time to build a website, something that could highlight my experiences in a way that goes beyond just a simple resume? So I made an experiment. I built 3 different portfolio websites, one in just 1 hour, one in 5 hours, and one in 10 hours to challenge myself to see what I can come up with this time constraint. And let's jump right in. So for the 1 hour website, I think I'm just gonna do a simple static HTML with CSS because I don't have too much time to mess with JavaScript. I think I'm gonna do a quick design on Adobe XD just to have an idea of what it's gonna look like, but nothing too fancy because 1 hour it's not a lot of time, so I gotta get going. Oh my gosh, I'm already 10 minutes in and it's ugly as f***. Holy shit. No, I think I really need to find an example of a beautiful website to inspire me because this is not gonna do it. Maybe something like this could do it. It's easy, it's bold and not too complicated. Oh my god, I'm already 20 minutes in and I only have like the main page and not the rest, so I think I'm just gonna start with that and we'll improvise on the way. It's been so long that I've made plain HTML that I don't remember what we put in the head. I need to ask ChatGPT. Phew! Let's get going now. I'm already halfway and I thought I would have much more done by now. Okay, now landing page is done. Now let's do the experience and skills. I think I'm gonna do something that resemble this, like experience name, city, the position name, now a list of elements and the technology that I've used. So I think that something like this should do the job. So let's code this. So now the bullet points are like, I don't know how to do this. How could I do this? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Oh, that was simple. All right, we have the experiences. Now I have 5 minutes left, so let's do the skills and the contact real quick. Now let's do the contact page. I have 2 minutes left. And it's been 1 hour. This is what I was able to do. This is definitely not something that I would put on my website because it's ugly as fuck. Because as a software engineer, you want to showcase your skills, and this is just like basic HTML and CSS, and I had so little time to do it that it was definitely rushed. Yeah, we have the main page right here, we have the experience page, we have the skills page that is really basic. I didn't have time to do any fancy styling, and we have the contact that is way too small, but you know, this is the time we had, so I'm not really proud of this one, but I had only 1 hour, so this is what I came up with. Now let's go to real business, the 5 hours website. So it's been a week now since I've done the 1 hour website, and I thought that in that time I would have figured out what I wanted to do for the design, but the truth is I just haven't thought about it. So we're back at square one where I just don't know what I will do, so we'll take the time to do that. One thing that I know I'll do is, because we have more time, I'll do a React website. It should make it more useful, more tweakable, and maybe we could add some animation into it. So 5 hours start right now. And everything is up and running. So for now I'm just gonna look at website design. So these are the designs that I thought were cool. This one I loved, like my resume experience and everything. Maybe I could have this, and when you click or hover on the experience you have more details and everything. I love the skills bar and everything, so I'll keep that in mind. This one I love for like the bold but simple design when you log on the website. I think like the first div of the website could maybe be something like this. This one I love the color on it. I don't know if I'll find a way to maybe integrate this in the website, but I thought it looked cool. This one, I don't know, I love the underscore. I thought it gave a developer vibe, so I keep that in mind. This one, I thought it was funky, but you know, it's more maybe for visual artists, not necessarily developers, so not sure about if I'll keep this idea. We'll start with that. I'll try to maybe come up with a design in Adobe XD and we'll see where it brings us. Okay, so I think I'll start with just taking a photo because this is like the centerpiece of everything. So I'll just start with that first. I think it would be great with like a little bit of grain to add like texture to the photo, maybe a bit of vignetting, and maybe just a tad more bright. Okay, so I think I'll go with that for now because the clock is ticking. I've been doing this for about an hour and a half now. So we have the first page right here, my picture, then we have the experience page. I think like what I want to do is when you first arrive to the page, there's nothing, but when you click or maybe hover on a experience, you have this that appear on the side. Then we have the skills page. Sorry, my cat is in the camera. If I have time, maybe I could animate this so that when the user arrives to the page, the slider goes to its full length. And we have education and project. This is basic. I think I'll figure out when I'm coding this stuff, and I think I'm just gonna add one more page that's gonna be contact, because it's important for people to, if they are on my website, that they know how to contact me. Maybe if I have time, I could implement something with like SendGrid or something to automate email sending. So I guess we'll see with the time that I have to code all this. So let's jump in the code now. Now we have first page. It is done, it is responsive, and I think it looked great, so we'll continue with the experience page. I'm sorry if there's designer watching. I know this is not inline, but for now I'm just gonna keep it like this because I have about 2 hours left, so I have no time to fix that. Okay, so there we go, we have this. This is all like easy to use if we want to include Firebase into that, but I don't think we're gonna have time to do this. But yeah, and when we hover over the experience, it does change into the description. So if I had more time, I would make it more like user friendly so that we can see visually that when we hover, it will change the stuff. But because we have only an hour and a half left, I'm just gonna run through it and go to the skills page. Okay, so there's 1 hour left. I've just finished the skills page. Now let's go to education and projects. I have now 38 minutes left, so I'm gonna do the contact page. Okay, so this is it. I did have some grandiose idea of like having the time to implement Firebase and maybe like SendGrid, but 5 hours does go fast. So we have the first page right here, full stack development. I create web application and optimize complex system. My experience, it does feel like this part right here feel a little bit cheap. I'm not a designer, but yeah, I think I should work on this part so that it might be a little more beautiful. The UX of this is not very good because the website doesn't show you that you need to hover the experience to see the full details. So I would need to work on this a little. Then we have the skills page. I do like color and everything. Then we have education and project. For now I just have one project, but I could add others, and it would be great to like when you click on the project, it brings you to another page and you have more details of the project, and we have the let's work together page. So yeah, I definitely thought I would have more time to do all of this. I use React so that maybe I could have like this working with SendGrid, having a Firebase database that load for the maybe experience, the skills, so that I can update all of this without having to play with the website. But I did miss time, so maybe next time on the 10-hour website I will have the time to do this. Okay, so all of this programming has felt like second nature to me thanks to my years of university and experiences. But did you know that you can also become a better programmer in just a different and faster way? That's where Brilliant, the sponsor of today's video, comes in. Brilliant helps you build real problem-solving skills with interactive lessons in math, science, programming, and even AI. Instead of passively watching lectures, you're actively solving problems and experimenting with concepts. It's a first principle way of learning, breaking down complex ideas into bite-sized challenges that actually stick. If you're a software engineer like me, this is huge. Brilliance makes it easy to grasp the logic behind large language models, strengthen your math foundation, and improve your analytical thinking. And right now, you can try Brilliant free for 30 days. Just go to brilliant.org/jepi or scan the QR code on the screen. Plus, you'll get 20% off if you decide to continue. Brilliant is a great way to sharpen your skills and stay ahead. Check it out in the description below. Now, back to the content. So it's another day, which means another website. Today we are going to make the 10-hour website. Because this is not like a design tutorial, I'm just gonna reuse the same design that I use for the 5-hour website. I might improve on some point, like for the skills page and everything, but for the most part I'm gonna do the same thing. This time, because we have more time, I might want to use Next.js. I know it's like really overkill for what I'm gonna do right now because it's not that much content heavy, so it doesn't need to be like server-side rendering. But lately, many of the interviews I had, they were using like Next.js, and I did use Next.js in the past, but it's been some time now, and I think it could give me a nice occasion for me to like jump back into Next.js and be up to date with it if I have any interviews for it coming soon. I will speed run through the part of building the website like we did for the 5 hours, but I think what I will show you more is interaction, because now I think we will have time to implement some Firebase connectivity, maybe even some like automation to send emails and everything. And I think I'm gonna try to like put some animation also into the website so that it can be interactive and fun to be on it. So let's start the 10 hour right now. Alright guys, so we are right at the halfway mark. I have like 5 hours, 6 minutes left. I've pretty much rebuilt everything that I made for the 5 hour website, but this time I did it with Next.js, but I just built it better, so I'm just gonna run through it. So this is the home page. I also add language because I speak both French and English, and I apply to both French and English jobs. It's important for me to have my resume in both language, so you have a toggle that changes the language. In the code I use Next ENTL for that, so I basically have all the strings here. This is the French string, this is the English string, and now in the code I just write T title with use translation, and depending on the language chosen, it will show the English or the French version of it. So we have the landing page. If we scroll a little, we have my experience. You can see that I removed the white background because I thought it did not look so good. I also try to like tell the user that he can hover over the experience for more details. I'm not quite satisfied with how it looks, but it does give the user visual that he can do that. So let's say we hover over the first one, we have the description for the first job right here. If we hover over the second one, we have the description for the second one. Right now it's the same text, so that's why you don't see much change, but you know, you see the title right here that changed from software engineer to full stack engineer. So this is basically what I've done for my experience. In the code right now, you can see that I just create an object, create experience data. That's because I want to use Firebase in the future. And you can see that for every experience, you have the English version, the French version, and this is basically what will be shown to the user depending on the language. So next we have the My Skills page. This is basically looking like the one we made in React. After that we have my project. I wanted to separate the project from education because it's kind of two separate things. Now I've made it dynamic. So again, like the experience, right now I hard code the data, but I want this to be loaded from Firebase so that I can add projects without having to like rebuild all the website. And yeah, right now it's basically all the same project. Then we have my education. It's pretty much a simple page. Then you have the contact me form. Right now it's just inputs with a button, but it doesn't do anything. But I wanted to actually send me a email so that if the user wants to contact me, he can write his email, his message, and the application will send an email. So with 5 hours left now, I'm just gonna jump on it and try to do this. Woohoo! So now we have a fully dynamic website, and I love Firebase because it only took like 40 minutes to do it. I have no more hard-coded data. Everything is on Firebase real-time database, so that when this website will be in prod, I will not have to rebuild everything if I want to change experience or like add a project or something. One thing done. I think next thing I'm gonna do is add some animation. That was definitely not too complicated. I use this library called React Intersection Observer, and basically you just set it. It will call back the use effect whenever it intersects with the viewport, and basically you just add the transition you want in the CSS and you're good to go. So animation done, experiences animated, project animated. Maybe it's a bit too much, I don't know, I'll think about it, but it didn't take much time. Now I have 4 hours left, so we are gonna try to connect this to maybe SendGrid. Alright guys, so the time is up. It's been about 10 hours and I think I've pretty much finished what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna show you everything. So nothing really changed about this page. What I think could be cool is kind of if I could cut myself from the background. So when you log to the page, there is a small parallax effect or something to kind of give dimension to the website. Then we have my experience with this little subtle animation. So when I scroll, all my experiences appear. I did not have the time to put my real details, but all of this can be done directly on Firebase. No need to rebuild the website. Then we have my skills with the little bar here that are animated. It's a cool effect. Then we have project, and then we have my education. No effect right here. And we have the contact page. I wanted to use SendGrid, but for some reason, when I created an account, they said, we regret to inform that we were unable to process with activating your account. So I don't really know why, but I've searched a bit on the web and people were talking about Postmark. You can try it for free for 100 emails, so I did that. So yeah, whenever you enter your email, enter his message, and if you click on send, it will send the email, one to me with the message and the contact email from the people that wanted to contact me, and one to the people saying thank you for contacting me on my website. So yeah, this is basically what I was able to come up with the time constraint. Let me know which website you prefer. I definitely think that the one I put the 10 hours is the best, but maybe you have a different opinion. I'm kind of exploring right now different type of content I could be making in the future. So let me know if you enjoy this kind of more hands-on type of project. I definitely had fun making it, and if you did too, maybe we could do some crazy project in the future. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, I've been searching for a job for almost 4 months now, and I'm kind of sharing my daily struggles in this video you can watch right now.